Farmer FoodShare connects people who grow food with people who need food. Our vision is a community where everyone has access to healthy, nutritious food and where farmers can make a healthy living. Unfortunately, that's not the reality in North Carolina right now. 1 in 5 North Carolinians are at risk for hunger. This despite the fact that we have farmers who can grow more than enough food to feed everybody in the state. So Farmer FoodShare exists really to connect these two disjointed pieces of the local food system, making sure that the fresh food grown by our local farmers can get to people who really need it the most. We've got a few different programs, some that work with donated produce out of farmers markets, and another is our wholesale market program, where we're working with institutional customers like local schools, childcare centers, really trying to get food into cafeterias and places that are really serving so many kids in need. This past year we started working with Durham Public Schools. Now it took a lot of effort to get in the door, and there are a lot of logistics to figuring out how to make food cost the right amount and get the right quantities in for kids in different schools. But now in response to that, over 33,000 kids in Durham, over 60% of whom are on free and reduced school lunch, had access to local produce through the cafeteria on a regular basis this school year. So we throw in things like apples and strawberries, kind of those crowd-pleasing fruits, but kids have also gotten to try things like turnip greens and collards and kale, different types of sweet potatoes. So a lot of times they go with a lot of kid-friendly items, but try to pair it with things that maybe they haven't had a chance to try before, because certainly those dark leafy greens are so nutritious and good for you, and things that kids really need to thrive.
Passage Home is a local community development organization. We began in 1991, and our purpose has been to help break the cycle of poverty among families and in communities or neighborhoods that we serve in Raleigh and Wake County. We do that through 3 core areas. We provide affordable housing, we develop and provide workforce development opportunities, skill building programs for families and individuals, and we help people have greater access to services that are already in the community but for which they cannot seem to access them. Oftentimes we say on our website and in our programs that we develop people, we develop places, we strengthen our community. The reality is that oftentimes we rebuild people, we repair neighborhoods, and we restore communities of hope. So when we look at the families that we serve, we're identifying people who are often down to their last hope. A good example would be a family who came to us recently just before Christmas, and they were a family of 5, mother, father, 3 children, all under the age of 4. They were living in a rooming house in one room with really very little furniture, and they were sharing with their children a bathroom and kitchen facilities with other adults in a rooming house. We did an all-out support plan, and now that family is living in a very nice 3-bedroom home, and they're beginning now to work on a workforce development plan.
Alliance Medical Ministry provides access to primary care to about 3,000 Wake County residents who don't have health insurance. We offer primary care, and a lot of that is chronic disease management. About 78% of our patients have at least one chronic illness: diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So we're really seeing patients regularly for medication checks, for blood pressure checks, for A1C checks. But we're also able to provide specialty care and screenings on site: ENT work, cardiology, physical therapy, orthopedics. So yes, we're a primary care clinic, but we're really a lot more than that. We treat the mind, body, and spirit of our patients. A lot of our patients are underemployed or unemployed. Food insecurity, folks that don't have access to fresh and healthy foods. That kind of comes out in their doctor's appointment. We have a large on-site community garden. It's on about 1/4 of an acre that harvests, with the help of hundreds of community volunteers, about 2,000 pounds of produce. And all of it's harvested and it's sent up to the clinic for our patients to take home when they're there for their doctor's appointment, and also sent downstairs for our wellness programs. Our doctors are working with patients to come up with a plan. So they're prescribing fresh produce from our garden, and weekly yoga classes, walking programs with our physicians, diabetes education, diabetes prevention program, cooking classes for the whole family. So we're treating the adults, but all this is trickling down to their children and to their spouses. trying to focus on getting people to make healthier decisions that will lead to improved health outcomes.